All right, everyone, welcome back in. Today, I kind of thought I'd do a little something different and then just talk about why I think players in 2026, if they have not yet, should try Warframe. I know some of these videos have been made a lot, but just in my genuine opinion, I've been playing this game for like 6 years now. I played it a lot with friends and solo, and now I'm making this guide as well. So I thought I would kind of talk about why I think if you have not tried it, you definitely should, and kind of talk about the different things it offers. The first thing I'd like to say is DE is not sponsored. Like, this isn't a sponsored video. I just genuinely feel that this is a really great game with a really great community and a really good dev team. And I feel like a lot of players who play this game always talk about it. But for some reason, I feel also that it's very underground and niche, and maybe that's a good thing. But I feel like a lot of players miss out on this opportunity. The fact that this game has been going on for almost 14 years now, 13 or 14 years, and has a really great community and a dev team that always gives out really good updates year after year for free. All of this is free, especially in this generation of gaming where everything's kind of nickel and diming you, from battle passes to co-op to access to features being locked behind paywalls and things like that. This game breaks that mold. Where you have a co-op or solo experience, fighting, different fighting styles, melee, looting, shooting, flying if you're into that, ground control, crowd support as well. There's 63 frames right now. The 64th will be in March, so you have 63 Warframes to collect, both the non-primes and the primes. There's thousands of different weapons, there's different systems, there's bosses to fight, there's the ability to mod and collect different weapons and Warframes, there's dogs and cats, there's companions, it's incredible the amount of depth. You can, have space fights with your railjack, there's the ability to upgrade your orbiter and decorate it, and then of course, as most Warframe veterans will tell you, the true end game is to fashion frame and to be able to help the newer players that come along. And that's something I like also, is the fact that most in-game players are very helpful and knowledgeable to newer players, whether that's giving them advice or giving them small boosters or the ability to, show players on how to do boss battles or fights and things like that. So that's something also I think this game really has an outstanding reputation for not being so toxic. I know some of the other online games can be pretty rough and brutal, but in my opinion, from what I've seen over the years, Warframe's a really great community. And like I was mentioning earlier, the boss battles are really cool. So every planet you go to, you'll fight a boss who will drop you systems or neuroptics to your Warframe, and they have two different kinds. They have a prime version. It's basically the same Warframe. There might be a difference on like energy or just the way they look. Like, for example, here I have just a regular Wukong. There's Wukong Prime. There's Mag and Mag Prime, and it's the ability to collect all the cool Warframes, and that's pretty much the end of the game. Like, you're gonna get cool weapons. There's Kuval weapons. There's different types of like, you have to go around and collect different things for the weapons. There's different systems. You can farm and fish for weapons. You can just buy them from the market too. And we'll kind of talk a little bit about Platinum later, because that's their premium currency. The ability to just do the story. If you just want to play through the story, it has a great long story, probably about 15 to 20 hours worth of story. And if you have never played it, you definitely should. And even when you play the story, you get cool weapons and Warframes from that as well. And that's kind of like something we've been talking about through our MR grind on what new players should do. Definitely play the story. You get, like I said, cool weapons and Warframes that kind of help you build your arsenal for the farming aspect of the game. Because once you've beat the story, you haven't really beaten the game. In my opinion, I think there's so much depth after you've gotten through the story. There's the farming aspect of this game and like the grind. And for some players, they really like that. And if you don't want to do that, that's where the Platinum comes in. And they're always really great on their discounts. Sometimes you get 75 to 50% off on your Platinum. So even their premium currency, which they need to make money, they're willing to give players opportunities to save on that. The ability to basically play this game on anything, like, Android, it's coming out this week. It's already on Apple, Xbox, PlayStation, Windows, Steam. It's pretty much everywhere. So the ability to play this at any point, anywhere, anytime with anyone is something that's kind of rare these days. Not many games, in my opinion, have the ability to let players play from anywhere at any time with anyone, however you want to play. And that's what I think Warframe does very well. It's the ability to understand what the player needs and what the player wants, while also making sure that the environment for them, whatever they want it to be, can be achieved. So if you want to be a collector and you want to collect everything, you can. If you just want to go through and smash a bunch of enemies with a cool Warframe, you can do that. If you just want to play the story, you can do that. If you want to just play with your friends and collect cool things, you can do that. And not many games nowadays do that, especially for free. Like, that's mind-blowing, the fact that every year, as long as I've been playing, every year we get a cool, really good upgrade. In most games would probably cost $20. I know the old piece was really well done, and in my opinion, like, most companies probably would have charged you $19.99 to upgrade that. They didn't. Warframe is free. You just update it, boom, you're in. And you get the cool systems and the weapons and things like that, and you don't have to spend anything. They have their dev streams every week, I believe it is. So the devs will actually come on and talk to players about what they don't like or what they like or what's broken, which is super cool also, because I know a lot of games won't do that. Like, something will be broken for like 10 years and you'll go and you'll say, hey, this is not right, it's not working, and it never gets addressed or fixed. I know not to throw shade at Destiny 2 players, but I've noticed a lot of the Destiny 2 players have come over over the recent months and even over the last couple of years, because of the fact that, Warframe does so many different things. I think that Bungie and Destiny 2 probably should look at and maybe implement in some of their games, but that's neither here nor there. I think Warframe, in the overall aspect of the community, is really well. I think that this is probably the best time to join in and get in and actually play and have fun. Even if, like I tell players, just play the story, go through the whole story, and then afterwards, if you still feel lost, try to start focusing on what you want to do. And I don't think many games nowadays give that option to you. Like, what do you want to do today? Do you want to grind a Warframe? Do you want a weapon? Do you want to go farming and fishing? Do you want another companion? I think a lot of games in this generation are very, they want you to do what they want you to do and not what you want to do. And that's kind of like why this is a refreshing pace. And like I said, there's also different aspects of like loot farming and modding. Well, I guess we'll talk a little bit about that. Besides the platinum, I think the most confusing thing for new players is the modding. They actually just came out with a new teaching system called the Teacher for modding, which is kind of helpful for players to kind of understand how to mod and, like, the different elemental types, because there's like lightning and poison and freeze and heat. And you can do that for any Warframe and weapon. There's the ability to upgrade weapons and Warframes through what the community calls like potatoes, the catalyst. You have the ability to grind up anything in this game. They have really cool events for the holidays as well. Christmas, Thanksgiving, Valentine's Day. Right now they have a cool Valentine's event where you can collect wings and avatars. Sometimes they give out Warframes for free. Like, we just got Dagoth. As I'm making this guy, we got Dagoth for free. So it's a really great time. And I think for most players who have never tried it, or if you're just watching this video and you're like, why would I want to do this? I think for most players, it's a great way to understand what you want in a game. Like, what do you want to do? Do you want to be solo? Do you want to be in it with a team? Do you want to, build things? Do you want to take time to do a lot of trading? I know for some players, they love the trading aspect. It's kind of like a Wall Street. You buy something really low and you sell it really high and you make a lot of platinum. Credits, there's like good credit farmers out there who just love to see the credits go up and down, whether that's Profit Taker or 1999. That was another big update as well, where they kind of introduced the earth element, so you can kind of go to a different universe and fight and things like that, which is insane. And all of this is free, which in my opinion is insane. But yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap up the video, guys. I just kind of wanted to talk about my thoughts on it and why you should play and what other players think too. So let me know down in the comments how long you've been playing, why do you still keep playing, and anything you would maybe want to see in the future, or just in me in general to talk about. The MR grind's still going on. Right now I'm at MR10. I just got Titanium and we got Volt Prime. But the reason I didn't really want to keep making update videos just on MR is because I kind of think it'll be a little bit boring for players. So I thought I'd kind of make different videos talking about like updates. And I'm thinking about maybe making Warframe guides and doing a couple other things like that just as a filler until I get the MR grind done. So let me know down in the comments. I really appreciate all the support I've gotten on the channel so far. Thanks for watching.